Did this chill beat just have a drop, but like the most subdued drop? It was so... That was like the most tame drop. Does that even count as a drop? It was more like a gently set down. Hi, it's me. Let's push this button. Great. Let's go over here. Let's pick some wallpaper. Let's hope there's nothing open. Ah, caught it. Good thing computers are so slow, but it was fine actually. So let's go over here. I actually like this wallpaper. This is one of the better wallpapers we've had in recent memory. So there's two things I want to do today. One of them is actually release the thing that I meant to release yesterday. Should do that. And the other thing is I just want to, okay, do I have a microphone actually? Yes, I have a microphone. I forgot to even check, which is why we need to do the thing that I need to do, which is just put some meters on the screen. Just so, it's dumb. I don't want to, but let's go with this. Didn't we already have something like this? Maybe we already had this one, but here we are. Okay, so I installed OBS WebSockets. And if I do this, is it bad? Okay. Interesting. Okay. I installed the alpha because it seems like there's about to be a protocol change, so it's like I don't want to do it twice, you know? So the question is, where do we put this? Not here. That's heat. Where does BotMadeThis even live? BotMadeThis is on glitch. So should we add this to glitch? I think BotMadeThis... Does BotMadeThis even work? I mean, works a little bit, right? We need to get BotMadeThis off of there. Right? That's a thing that should probably happen. I really don't want anything on glitch that doesn't semi sort of need to be on glitch, like as an example. Just got too much junk here. It's a mess. Could just be a worker. Well, it's gonna have this persistent WebSocket connection, which is what's annoying. Well, that doesn't matter. That's only on the front end, so who cares? Okay, I don't really remember anything about BotMadeThis or how it works or what it does. Apparently, we have some kind of server-side thing, and that's supposed to be receiving some information, and it's supposed to be in chat. There's a bunch of commented out stuff. I truly don't. I just don't recall. So if we look here, we have client.js and twitch.js. Oh, right. This was like my command handler. So what is... So the idea is that those events come in... Oh, boy. Is that token a secret? This is probably a secret, huh? You're usually not supposed to show tokens here. That seems like a bad idea. Oh, that was just testing stuff, I guess, for rewards. So we never did anything with that anyway. And that's not our normal client ID, so I guess this is maybe that fake thing that we made for testing channel points, I guess? Seems to be what all this is. Who knows? Anyway, the whole thing here was that we have a WebSocket connection. It's pretty annoying, really. Do I even want to mess with this? I'm not going to touch that. We're just going to make our own little OBS layer, right? I don't remember how to do this. Obviously, BotMadeThis needs a... Okay, I was pretty close. WebSocket with the URL. And this is going to be localhost. But how do you send the password? I mean, that port's not forwarded. I think it's going to be fine. I'm going to turn off authentication. Will I regret this? Perhaps. Will I remember to switch it on after the end of the stream? Probably not. Okay, whatever. HTTPS localhost 4444. Is that it? How do you do the on-connect? All that business? Did you just show an example that kill you? Did you have to add event listener? Yeah, okay. It's this thing, right? Okay, this is what we want. Right here. We gotta get out of here. What am I doing in glitch? It's just because we have to have the stupid backend running for the pub sub stuff. But that could, whatever, that could run anywhere. But then we have to connect to it. Yeah. It's just not a super great way. It's kind of annoying no matter what, right? Okay. So we're just taking this real... This music is so soothing. Kind of too soothing. Okay. Open. That's from client. WS. Really? Just do this in here? Oh yeah, of course. Of course. Do you think it's... I mean, it's probably not encrypted, right? It's probably just this. Okay, we got in here. So what does that mean? That means that somehow we need to subscribe to some kind of events. But we need the documentation for the other thing, right? 5000000. Is that a release? It's just a tag. No, there it is. So there's the new protocol spec here. So how do you listen to an event? Text frames. Okay, so we should get a opcode. The client listens for the hello and responds with opcode 1 identifies. So we should get this opcode 0 hello message. So we should have a... I'm making this up, by the way. I've never done this before, but this looks like a thing, right? Event.data. So it would appear that, you know, they say, hey, and we say, what's up? So this is opcode 0. So we got this. So that's cool. So the way this looks to me, and then we just need to be able to respond to certain opcodes. How's that look? Okay, so we got the hello. So we were then the client listens for the hello and responds with opcode 1 containing all appropriate session parameters. If there's an authentication field, this is where you would authenticate. Okay, if there's no, the resulting identify object sent to the server does not require. Okay, client determines if the server's RPC version is supported. RPC version 1, and if not, provides its closest supported version and identify. Okay. Email. Okay, so just sign an NDA. About the company, the collaborator, the project. Okay, well, you know. I'm not going to sign an NDA on screen. We'll do that. We'll do that later, and then I'll really, gosh, okay. I need to just make another account, or I'm going to get in trouble one day. Okay, how do you make an identify? What does that look like? This? Event subscriptions. Number optional. Is a bitmask of the event subscriptions that we want. Okay. So here's an example. Opcode 1, RPC version 1, authentication we don't need, and then this is some kind of bitmask. By default, all event categories are subscribed except for events marked as high volume. High volume events must be subscribed. This is what I was confused by when we looked at this previously, because I thought volume, I was looking at it at the context of volume, like literal volume. Okay, what is this? This is an identify. So we don't actually need authentication here, but we'll leave it in case we do at some point. You're gonna show me a pop-up every time I format the code, because that would be so dumb. RPC version. Okay, the event subscription spit mask. I'm a little confused by that, but let's just do this, and maybe we'll start receiving things. Who knows? Okay, so I have a session here. Messages in, out. Like if I just toggle a thing or something. I don't know what I'm subscribed to. Like I don't know what 3.3 is. So you think I should get an identified. But, well, I guess I didn't. Well, you still would sort of expect that, right? So we do this, we send that. The server and receives and processes the identify. If the authentication is required, once identification is processed, the server responds with the client code op2, which is identify. And then we should be receiving events. So, oh, I didn't send that. So now we need to do ws.send JSON.stringify my identify. Right? So we negotiated, we got opcode 2, so I think we're good. So we got the opcode, we sent our business, we're all good. So we're in theory receiving some events, I just don't know what those events are. Hi, it's me. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. You might have to re-identify. Okay. Sorry. Tons of message suddenly. Is this important? It's so cold in Portland today. It's like very wintry, but it's bright and sunny. It's sunny and freezing. I mean, freezing for Portland, I guess. Let's see. How much, like, what is the Prusa? Prusa printer? How do you spell that guy's name? Joseph Prusa? Prusa? I'm okay, whatever. It's just like, what are we talking about price wise? That's the kit. That's the pre-built. Okay, let's see here. What's going on with reality? Ender 3 V2, Ender 5 is crazy. Yeah, I feel like I mean, why not? Why not a V2, right? Oh, that thing. Scan lizard, gross. Nice that they had a version of this that already had the little Mounty boy. You know, like if you could, or the it's not BL Touch, CR Touch, the bed leveler dude. Okay, anyway, what are we doing over here? So we got, I just have no idea what events I subscribe to, and that's what's a little annoying here is like the event mask thing. Sorry. So if you get an event, it's opcode 5, and it'll have event intent. How do you know which? Okay, the event type is just a string. So volume meters. So is this the event identifier? So is this what I need to subscribe to? What do you think of that? Look at that. Okay. Cool. Every 50 milliseconds, we are getting volume data, it would seem. Okay, so what are we getting here? So we're saying here if we really could switch this, huh? Probably. I hate switch statements. I'm not going to switch it, just on principle. So this opcode is 5, meaning it's an event, and if event data dot event data dot there's an event intent. What does event intent mean? Axio, how's it going? We got numbers on the screen. It's very exciting. An event intent? Axio, are you excited about Elden Ring? It's all I care about in life. That's maybe not exactly true, but it's a little bit true. It's a little bit true. What does the intent mean? the original intent required to be subscribed to in order to receive. So is that, so that would need to be equal to, so event intent in this case, event intent would need to be equal to, so this is how we would know this. And we could also check the string, but presumably we want this. Data.event data.inputs.length. I don't know if I did any of this correctly. You were doing great. Event intent. Data, event data, event intent. Is that not part of... It's part of D. But is event data inside D? It's not. It's just D. Wait, no. D. And this is D. Oh boy. Okay. That looks correct. 6. Great. Wait, what happened? What? Remote puppetry? What is going on? Remote puppetry? What does that even mean? Kyle, okay, first of all, Axio, are you remotely controlling Kyle? Is Kyle a robot that you control remotely? Because that would actually explain a lot. That would explain everything, actually. I knew it. Okay, so Kyle's a synthetic. He's a synth. He's a synthoid. Synthoid? He's a synesthete. He's a mathlete. And Axio in like... So Axio says, after 36 hours of remote puppetry, I am free. So that, the only thing I can think of is, remember when movies were good and interesting, and that movies haven't really been good or interesting for 20 years? Said me, because I'm an old person now, apparently. But the only thing I can think of when you talk about remote puppetry is this movie. So basically, you crawl inside a weird tunnel, and then you have full control. This is Kyle in this scenario. So in this scenario, this is Axio. Or I guess more appropriately, this is Axio. And this is Kyle when controlled. Right? I think that checks out. Kyle, are you hyped about Elden Ring? Can somebody please just pretend to be excited about Elden Ring in solidarity with me? Because this is outrageous. I've just... When was the last time I wasn't disappointed in a video game? Who can say? Look at that! Look at that! What? What? No, I'm gonna have the PC version. But still, look at that! I'm definitely going to play it. I'm definitely not going to play it on stream. Actually, this is not my jam normally. Normally I'm like, okay, let the people get it. Let the day 1 patch happen. Let the week 1 patch happen. Let the week 2 patch happen. Because just basically anytime I get a game upon release, it's a disappointment. But I did it. I had to do it. I did it. I bought it. Is it the top game score of all time? Is it the greatest game of all time ever made? I mean, it has pretty wild reviews, and it's not just, it is from outlets that I would, you know, Metacritic you always got to take with a grain of salt, of course. But looking through here, it's 100 from IGN, it's 100 from Game Informer, 100 from GameSpot. Like there's Twinfinite, there's some notable Easy Allies. Like there are notable outlets in this list. It's not just like John's blog, John's Extreme Game Zone. I mean, PC Gamer only gave it a 90, which is an outrage. Outrage. That's 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 stars. That's 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's just kind of wild. I mean, I like John's Game Zone. John's Game Zone. Is that even real? It's probably a real thing, right? GameZone.com. Is this John's Game Zone? Who wrote this? Ooh, looks like there has not been an update on John's Game Zone for a year. That's too bad. How am I gonna get... Okay, it's by Cade. It's a pretty cool name. Yeah, but I want John's Game Zone. I want it to look like a GeoCity page. Maybe with a Z. John's Game Zone, 0 results. Okay, the good news is we could... Wait, what is this? There's a place near me called John's... What? I can go to John's Game Zone in real life? Wow. Okay, Kyle, you, me, Axio, we're going to go to John's Game Zone. I can't believe this. Actually, I can. Because the reason I can believe it is because I'm pretty sure when I was a kid, we had a Mr. Gatti's pizza that turned into an incredible pizza company. It was not John's, though. Let's see. Amarillo, Texas, pizza. So this is my hometown. So when I was a kid, 700 years ago, we would go to, let me think about this. Let me get my bearings. Look at that Mr. Gatti's. Is that the one? That's the one I'm thinking of, right? I can't remember where the original was. It wasn't here. Okay, it's back to being Mr. Gatti's. When I was a kid, Mr. Gatti's was like up... I don't know, it was in a weird... It was somewhere weird. I'd have to really think about exactly where it was. Maybe up here somewhere? But then it moved down here, but then it changed from Mr. Gatti's to Incredible Pizza, I thought. But now it's Mr. Gatti's again? Should we meet at Mr. Gatti's or should we meet at, I guess I'm a little off. It doesn't matter, really, because the real thing you want is Pistol Pete's Pizza. That's actually when I was a little kid, that's where we would go, is Pistol Pete's Pizza. Probably doesn't exist anymore. Pistol Pete's Pizza. Is there any record of Pistol Pete's Pizza on the internet? Check this out, is that Pistol Pete?
Pistol Pete's Pizza!
Everybody loves it.
And that's what it's all about. Yes, everyone loves Pistol Pete's Pizza with a full-size indoor merry-go-round, skee ball, video games, and prizes, plus the all-new Rockafire Explosion Show, and a great tasty low-price pizza and lots of family fun. Now that's what it's all about. And from now through February 28th, you can get
2 large pizzas for $10.
Pizzas for only $9.99.
Pistol Pete's Pizza!
Okay, wait, what was the date on that?
$9.99.
Pistol Pete's!
Large pepperoni pizzas for
91. Ouch. Ouch, my heart. Ouch. If you don't enjoy Pistol Pete's Pizza, we will literally shoot you in the street. Where do you think you are? This isn't Chuck E. Cheese. This isn't Showbiz. This isn't CC's Pizza. This is Pistol Pete's Pizza. You fool. Wait. 1995, Peter Piper acquired its hometown competitor, Pistol Pete's Pizza. Peter Piper poached Pistol Pete's Pizza. You dog. Peter Piper Pizza purchased Pistol Pete's Pizza. I don't have anything to say about. I don't know anything about Peter Piper Pizza. El Paso Reddit user asked if Pistol Pete's was just a dream. It wasn't a dream. It was a dream, and I lived it. I don't remember Pistol Pete looking like this. Although, strangely, this is sort of what like my elementary school... Well, was it the actual... What did he say? Was the Rockafire band? I don't know if every Pistol Pete's had a band. I don't remember mine having it. I did go to Showbiz when I was a kid. It was like pre-Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, it looks like him, right? Or is this just some like knockoff? I kind of remember the bear, actually. The bears, I'm suddenly having flashbacks to Rockafire Explosion. I mean, Rockafire is a pretty cool name. It is creepy as all hell. Okay, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, my elementary school, which is pretty weird. They probably changed it, right? Actually, I know they changed it. When I was a child and I went to elementary school, my elementary school mascot was just like a child with guns. It was just a child with, let's see, Amarillo, Texas, Ridgecrest Elementary. It was just a child with guns. And I'm pretty sure that they still have the child. Yeah, they took the guns out of the holsters and put pencils. So the child still has holsters. Well, that was weird. Wait, is my elementary school for sale? Can I buy can I buy my elementary school? I'll take it. How much? Okay, that's not right. We need to I just want to see. Did I not? Surely there's a website. Okay, there is. Okay. The principal. Principal. So this is the... Just give me a good image of this. Because I want to talk about this for a minute. Because this is important. It's not important. Oh, wait. Is that... Cool. So this child... These are holsters. When I was little... This child had giant guns in the holsters. And I guess at some point, it's pretty progressive for Amarillo, Texas, I must say. They like got rid of the guns and put a pencil and it's a ruler. I don't know what that is. And like a report card in the holsters, but they kept the holsters. They easily could have gotten red Raiders. I think we were Raiders. Ridgecrest Raiders. Yeah, here's the Ridgecrest Raider. Okay, listen. When I was a kid, the elementary school mascot had guns, and then we went to the pizza place, where the pizza place mascot also had guns. It's just, welcome to Texas. I want to see the original Ridgecrest Raider, though. Because I'm almost positive, gosh, I don't know where I would find anything like that. Like, how am I going to dig up elementary school paraphernalia from when I was a kid? I want to see the original Ridgecrest Raider. I want to see the fully armed to the teeth, ready to kill. Jiraj, how's it going? Okay, we'll go quickly through my my mascots. Elementary school, the Ridgecrest Raider. Armed, obviously. The Crockett Pioneers, also armed. My middle school mascot, also huge gun. You can hang out for a few minutes? That's awesome. Wait, you're going where? RN? For run? Right now? Registered nurse? So my middle school... Whoa, what was that? Axio, that paste did not work well. Okay, first of all, Axio is trying to puppet master Kyle again by pasting raw image data. Axio. I love it. I'm going to say that image did not paste properly. Well, it just sent the raw. It didn't paste as a link. It just came through as the raw image data. It did not show the image. It's just the whatever base 64 encoded. You can post the link or you can throw it in Discord. Whatever, throw a screenshot in Discord if you want. I seem to remember my Crockett Pioneer. Also, okay, did you get it? What do we got? Did you find my armed? No, I don't know where this. This is like a pirate. This actually, it's funny. The Randall High School, which I didn't go to, had a. Oops. had that kind of logo, like a pirate logo, but we were Cowboys for sure. So we were Rage Crush Raiders, but with a cowboy logo, and then we became Crockett Pioneers again, armed. The worst one, though, probably the worst mascot in the nation. My high school mascot was a clod of dirt. A dirt cloud. Oh, I see. Your battery's doomed. I got you. Here's the worst part about this. I mean, not only was it bad enough that my high school mascot was a clod of dirt. The worst thing is it's like the Amarillo High School Golden Sandstorm. The thing is, when you see, let's see, I've probably mentioned this before. When you see this and you live in Amarillo, this isn't sand. So the golden sandstorm that you see when you're in Amarillo, it's not sand. It's dirt, and it's from the cattle yards. So it's basically manure. So it's a giant poop cloud. It would be this foul-smelling poop cloud that would just roll over the city. And so basically, my high school mascot was a giant cloud of poop. Yeah, it smelled it was gross. It's truly disgusting. Like, you'd go outside, the sky would look like this, and yeah. And then you just would be breathing cow manure. Although apparently there was this dust apparently was from Africa, or whatever that's worth. I don't know. Okay, what were we actually doing? What did we figure out? So we would. Okay, wait, Axel, you still didn't explain yourself. What have you been puppeting? What have you been puppeteering? So confused. So we've determined that Elden Ring's the best game of all time. Kyle, are you gonna play it? Is that true? We're gonna look at Video Monster? I'm not sure that's true. Kyle, one day I will have a Video Monster stream just for you. Just for you. We got to get through some things, though. When you say puppeteering, do you mean that, what is that thing? Like the JavaScript puppeteer thing? Or you just mean like just the general verb puppeteering? You're just doing things remotely? I tried that JavaScript. How do you spell it? Puppeteer? Didn't do what I wanted. I was hoping to do like WebGL stuff and then stream. Actually, I think it did kind of work. Because I was trying to create... I don't remember. I was trying to do this and then capture frames from it and then stream those directly to Twitch, but whatever. Okay, that makes sense. I don't count Cuphead. No, I do. Cuphead is not a Souls game. But I get you. Okay, speaking of being a hollowed shell, I mean that's a Dark Souls concept. But in this game, you are not hollow; you are tarnished. Okay, what are we doing? We're trying to get. Okay, we're here, right? We've made it this far, so we feel like we're getting data. That's good. So what do we? What? So we have some inputs. Why do I have 6? Why is the length 6? Okay, I'm just not even going to care. But here's what we're going to try to do. What are we going to try to do? Okay, so we have, for example, we have each of these. And so we have data.d.eventdata.inputs.forEach. And then we get an input. And then we have this. And then let's try just console.log input.what. What do we actually have here? I don't know what these numbers mean. So like we have Video police. Is that even turned on? Apparently it is. An event intent is a bit mask. So this just means like this particular event I want is like the number 1, but then pushed over 16 bits. So if it's a 16-bit number, I assume it's a 16-bit number. It's setting a 1 there, which we know is something like 65,535 minus whatever a 15-bit number is, right? Right? It makes this just means 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 is what that means, right? Okay, so so we get an input name. I don't really know what this means though. So we get an input levels mul. We get input name. We get input levels mul with an input name. Input levels mul, input name, input levels mul. So here's my mic. So what does this mean? Input levels mul for my microphone. It's not stereo. Which I guess just means it's showing the same values twice, because desktop has different values for these two, so I assume that's left and right channel. So what do you think this means? How do we know what that thing means? Input volume meters. Input volume meters high volume event. So what is that though? What is the syntax of a input volume meters event? Nobody knows. Is my face in front of, I mean, here, there you go. It's up here. Does that help? Okay, so, oh gosh, you said I'm beautiful. Aw, shucks. Shucks. So this is the bit mask for that. It still doesn't really tell us what it is, though. Like what the format of that thing is. It's not really described in the protocol very clearly. Yeah, it's not. Array of input objects with their associated volume levels. That's fine, but why are there 6? I get 6 numbers for the microphone. I do like this Rode mic, by the way. This is this Rode NT Mini. I got it while I was on the road a couple years ago. On the road. I was on the road. I was on the road with my Rode. And then I came home and I still use it, even though I have actual stuff, but I like this thing. Maybe one day I just set it up quickly when I got back into town, and then I've been using it because it's pretty good. It's not a bad microphone. Although maybe it is nice. The USB-ness of it is nice because I have a AT2020, is that what it is? There is so I have this fellow and I do actually really like it, but it is XLR, so I have to use it with my little Focusrite box, which is fine, but I kind of wish I had gotten the USB version. There is a USB version of this. Maybe this is the USB version. I have the XLR version of it. It's a very, very nice microphone, but for now this is, I mean, it's not extraordinarily nice, but it's a nice microphone and I like it. Okay, so what are we doing? I mean, this just doesn't help me. What do you think these numbers mean? And why are these two numbers the same? Here's what I'm going to guess. I'm just going to guess this. I'm going to guess that this is the low and that this is the high in the whatever the sample range is. Like, you know, they're only updating every 50 milliseconds, but there's been, in that 50 milliseconds, there's probably been a lot of stuff that I missed, right? So it's probably telling me what the lowest value was in that time, what the highest value is, and what the current value is. What's weird, though, is it seems like I'm consistently getting the current value is the highest value, if my theory is correct. What do you think this means? So this is the, for a scene? It's weird because it seems like it's, I mean, it's here. It's not documented. Draj, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great night. No. What does this mean? This version actually has protocol docked now. Does it, though? Does it? Does it, though? Okay. I mean, I guess we can try to go in and figure out where that event comes from, or we can just go with my assumption. What do we want to do? Do we go with my assumption? Do we go with my gut? Well, but there's two sets of arrays, and I think that is left and right. So I think the outer array, I think you're right, is the stereo. Like these three numbers are the left channel, these three numbers are the right channel, which for a mono device, they're the same numbers, because if you look here on the desktop, which is a stereo device, there's different numbers for those two. But what are these three numbers within the two channels? Let's use our detective skills. I'm using detective skills right now. I don't know how to do this. Handle input volume meters? I don't know. Event handler. There was the thing that we found that was just like audio something. Search for peak. OBS volume helper, get sample peak. You know, that's what I would kind of guess. OBS volume meter. Is that... Because even when you know what? That's what it is. Like, because even if you look at this, check it out. If you look at this, it's... See the peaks? These are the peaks. Hello, hello, hello. Peak. I don't know what these lower numbers are, though. What are those? What are these little dots? I don't know what the secondary doodad is. But I think one number's peak. Like the upper number is probably the peak. which you would kind of expect the peak to always be the peak. But I don't know what those other numbers are. I don't know what that trailing bottom number is. I don't have any idea. So I don't think we want the peak. I don't know what the bottom number is. Because you could get peak for a moment after you stop talking, right? Like, hello. So 236. I mean, kind of doesn't seem to be true. You would expect some numbers to be consistent going across here. If one of them really was like peak or... I don't know. Handler. I wonder what actually makes that thing. So there's a source activated handler, signal handler connect. So this is the volume callback. We don't want that. We want the volume meter callback. So how would we... create for input. I'm just guessing here, you know? Just guess. Get meter data though. That seems pretty... That seems like a thing, right? Yeah. So levels, it's these three things. I see. So I got it. Yeah, I think I understand. So one of them is the magnitude, which I think is like the right this second reading. And then that's modified by the volume, and my volume in this case is 1, so that's fine. Then there's the peak with and without volume, right? And so that still doesn't feel actually true, because the peak seems to hold for a very long time. Like if what I'm saying is true, you'd really expect the peak. If this last number is peak, if this is the peak, you'd expect the peak not to move. Unless it's the peak just in the time window that you're looking. And then the discrepancy between peak and magnitude would be this, I'm assuming, would be like, this is the thing right this second, like right now. And this is the thing in whatever your little sample window is. That's my assumption. So if that's true, I guess we'll just use the last one. Right? I don't really want to care about stereo. Okay, so it would be input... Oh boy. Input what? Let's try this first. Okay, so this gives us our names. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, and then we can get rid of this. And then oh no, I forgot what it was though. What was it? Input. Oh shoot. Okay. I needed the... I'll just do this for now. Okay. So we'll get this thing. We have an input name. And we have input levels mul 0. This is a little annoying. We only care about you if you have some levels. What did I break? What am I doing here? That was a weird thing to do, man. If it like changed what I was thinking mid typing. Like, okay, that was weird. Okay, input dot. What did I do wrong? 2.2.0 is all backend. So this is the backend version. So all it is really supposed to do is look up. It makes me do the user lookups because Twitch is deprecating that API in a couple days. So it's just more of me doing work that I shouldn't have to do because Twitch loves to break everything. Basically. What is it? Wait, it's input dot. Oh boy. Okay. So it's pretty weird because didn't we explicitly say if this length is greater than 0, we shouldn't even see these other things. Is length not the right thing to use here? What does JavaScript use? Isn't it length? Yeah, it's length. What did I do wrong? We're looping through all inputs. If input levels mul dot length is greater than 0, what? Okay, what incredibly silly thing am I doing wrong here? Oh, this. Good grief. Okay. We're doing really good. Okay. Then we do this. 0, 0. So this gives us that number. Hello? So now in theory, we can use this to draw a little meter, right? How do we want to draw a little meter? Like this. How do we do this without trying very hard? What's the least hard we can try? Okay. I'm going for extreme levels of not trying hard. Ready? I'm going to say... You're going to be impressed with how little I try here. We're going to have meters, and it's going to be... How do you do this? I don't think that's correct. You have to quit. Is it like this? It's like this. How do you computer? Okay, that works. Oh wait, I could also do this. Can I just do this? Opacity, but I don't want the opacity to affect the meters. Is this not right? How do you do it? That's not correct? I don't know. What are you doing here? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is definitely the kind of stuff that does not get to have residence in my brain. Just not allowed. Okay, I don't know what I was doing wrong. Actually, oh, it was pure white. That was a problem. It was rendering. I just meant to do 0 instead of... Good grief. Okay, anyway. Here's our little meter window. And then... how do I want to do this? Like inline block? No, we need freaking... Oh, what's the thing? Where's... I also was just ridiculous that I had straight 255s because it was actually working. It was just white. What's the stupid flex box? How do I want to do it this way? Because we want them to fit, and then we want to be able to just like modify their height really easily. So we kind of want them packed properly left to right, but then we want to modify their height. What's the easiest way to do that? To have like a sequence of things inside a flex box where they're kind of like aligned bottom, you know, because it's going to be like display flex, and then this joker is going to need to do like we want I saw a picture of what I wanted. Flex end. So it's going to be an align items flex end. And I'm just going to say there's 5 of these. And yes, I should probably build this in some way that's sensible, but whatever. Then we can just modulate these. Can be a little annoying. Gotta remember how to do the query. Because we want to find it by the data ID. Like, no jQuery. Not jQuery. Oh, is it really that easy? I mean, that's query selector all. We probably really don't want to do that. So this is a query selector all with everything, but we'd want to do like data user. It's a weird way to do this. Let's just do it real fast so nobody catches how silly this is. Just ignore. I know. What? We'll make it not terrible in a minute, right? Not true. I know it's only the first one. We're just gonna see what goes on. So we did not find it. Seems like we're finding it. Oh, because it's got to be... Doesn't have a unit. Okay. So that's sort of right. Can I do this and then append a string? Kind of, sort of. Okay, we're really... Hey, look at that. Okay, and then the issue is that this needs to be... I'm assuming I can do this. You get the index, right? Like inside your for each. Index. What's going on here? Hello. Okay, well, this is not good. What do we do wrong here? Oh, that's not correct at all. So what's wrong? Whoa. Okay, well, that's not... Oh, right, because that's not really the right index. Okay, well, you know, what do you think? Do you like it? That's not really right. It's not really correct. Okay, so now I can talk. That's me. Why am I so loud? I mean, I did multiply that times 10,000. So I know it's just incredible. Look at this meter. Hello. Well, we did it, everybody. So now I can at least do what? Just cram this in the corner of the screen and be like, what were your expectations? Were they low? Did you have very low expectations? It won't hurt my feelings if you had low expectations. I mean, I definitely did not do a very good job of this. Hello. The thing that's kind of funny, really, is the... Like, I'd like this as a decibel reading, I guess. So we're not using that. We're using the magnitude. We're not using the peak. So the next option would be, instead of using this, use this. And see if we like this any better. It just doesn't seem as smooth. We could also lerp this. I don't know if I really want to do that. Oh, horizontal? Horizontal meters? I guess it could have. Gone horizontal. The scale seems crazy, and I don't really understand why. Like, we'd need some... Hello? That's just giving us that peak. And then this... Hello, hello. Hi. Hi. Hello. Hello. I don't know. I don't know what that is a number out of, you know? Is this just like, do we need to take this and convert it to dBs somehow? Because I don't know what this is. This is just like... I don't know what this is. I guess we could convert it to root mean squared. That's a thing we could do, right? Well, but for us to do that, we need all the samples. So we'd have to be getting these samples. So it'd actually be nicer if their thing did RMS. Can we convert this to dB? Hello. Yeah, I preferred this. It just seems a little more fluid. I see. So this is the falling value. It's not the peak. So we get a little animation for free with it because it just has the. It's like it's falling. That little falling meter front. So I'm okay with that, with a little falling meter front. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Do we want to make this support stereo? Really? We could. I mean, we might as well. We're at it, right? How do we convert this? Ugh, convert to dB. Oh, I like that animated heart. You just can do the red, green, yellow animation thing like the real meter does. I don't know if I want to do it. But like, what's the normal power being measured? That's the reference. What is the reference in this case? Just 0? Root mean squared sounds complicated, but it's not. It's the root of the mean squared. So that means you take a bunch of samples. It's just a very easy way to get something that resembles a usable number. And maybe they're doing that internally. I don't know. But so root mean squared just means first you got a bunch of samples and you're going to square each of them. And then you're going to average all of them and then you're going to take the square root of that. So that's what RMS is. And so it's square, it's root mean square. So you have to square. Mean means take the average and then get the square root of that. So it's the square root of the average of the squares of all of your samples and whatever your little sample window is. So you need like amount of, you have to have like a window of audio samples that you're sampling. So that's what I do all the time in Unity, just as if I want like audio intensity to control something, like drive animation or something. It's a very easy, because then you get like a little bit of built-in fluidity anyway, right? Because it's a window that you're sampling, so you get a little bit of smoothing in there for free. And they really maybe doing something like that internally. The problem with that, and that the same problem here, is that the range is arbitrary, right? So you just have to come up with kind of whatever your arbitrary multiplier is, unless it is, if you can convert it to decibels, then you can have, well, you still have to do it. I don't know if it's worth converting to decibels here. Honestly, I don't know. Well, with the reference voltage, yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know what that would be in this context. We need a sample buffer. I mean, usually, but here, that's what I'm saying is I don't want to do that on this side. They probably are doing that here, right? When they're doing this, they must have something. Like wherever they get the peak for a channel or the magnitude for a channel. I don't actually know where these things are coming from. Maybe they don't. Something's tracking the peak though. And I'm certainly not an expert in audio programming. Like the root mean squared is just the easy, is like the easy, hey, I have audio, I want animation, is the easy way to do that. But this isn't, you know, you normally do that. Like again, in Unity, if you have access to the audio source. In this case, we're kind of weird because we're kind of removed. So we have this process peak. Audio data, which I'm guessing is this is probably a bunch of samples. Yeah. So we get this thing. So it's doing the thing in here. It's at least doing something where it's getting a bunch of samples and figuring out the peak. So the peak in this case, I would imagine, is just like go through here and look for the biggest number, right? Like, yeah, so here's peak. And then I would imagine there's something in here that's like, I mean, I could be also totally wrong. Although, why is the sample count so low? Well, okay, this doesn't work the way I thought it was going to work. I'm just wrong. Very often when you have something like this, it's like you have a list of things and you're just looking for the biggest number in there. In this case, it's magnitude here. So we go through all the samples. We have a sum. Oh, it is. Look, this is RMS. So this is RMS. The thing we're using right now is RMS because we have individual samples, right? We're looping through them. We're getting individual samples. We're summing up the square, right? So this is the square of RMS. This is the S. The is this, where you're dividing your sum. This is the mean. So it's your sum divided by the number of samples, right? And then here is the R of RMS. So, okay, we have RMS here. This is what we want. It's just that problem of like, it's an arbitrary range. So what do we do? Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. JP, what is going on? Yes, I need you to watch. I don't know if you know this, but anything you watch on Hulu, I get a cut of. So I need you to watch Snowfall, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. So I don't. It's funny because when you say RMS, it sounds like something fancy, but it's like 3 elementary school, maybe middle school things. Yeah, the hit, Snowfall. What is Snowfall? JP, are you excited? Should I call you JP? What should I call you? Host? Wait, what is that reminding me of? I'm not saying the whole. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying the whole name. I'm not saying your full name. Wait, what am I thinking of with someone just calling someone else host? What is that reminding me of? Host? It's not Space Ghost, I don't think. What is it? Somebody refers to someone else just as host. What is it? Host. And it's a thing I like, which means there's only like 10 things I've ever liked in my entire life. So it can't be not a very long list. Host. Okay, what are the things I've ever liked? Mystery Science Theater 3000, Space Ghost Coast to Coast, Tim and Eric, awesome show, great job. Host. Now this is really gonna bother me. I know you're doing the Lord's work. You really are. It's not Mr. Show. This may be a controversial opinion. Mr. Show to me is extremely hit or miss. And I would say for me personally, just off the top of my head right now, I would probably personally say that Mr. Show is more miss than hit for me. Maybe if I actually sat down and did the math, I would feel differently, but Mr. Show has some great, there's some great things that came from Mr. Show for sure. But the only like sketch comedy show in my life that I've ever actually truly loved was The State, which is also from the list of I do love The State. That's like the only sketch comedy show that I've actually ever loved, probably. Host. How is this bothering me so much? What is it? What is it? What could it be? There's so few things I've ever liked. I think you should leave. I don't watch anything anymore. I'm done with passive media. I'm done with passive media. I watch one thing, and that is Rendered Senseless. Only show, as far as I'm concerned. Done with it. I'm done with anything that you just sit there and stare at a screen. I'm over it. If I can't click on the screen and turn into a horse wearing a Chevy truck as a hat, I don't even want to have anything to do with it. Why would I even bother? Why would I waste my time? If I'm just going to spend my life just staring at a thing, I should just go lay in my coffin right now and stare at the roof of the coffin. Because what am I even doing? Okay, that's not true. I do watch things on YouTube. But I pretend that doesn't count. Because most of the time it's like learning about tools and machining. So that's educational content. I don't. TV, forget it. I like machining and woodworking channels on YouTube, but I'm learning from those. Okay, I unblocked that. I don't know where the mods are. Where's the mods? This is the one mod. I think there's 2 mods. Wait, Kyle's a mod now. Host. I don't know why. I don't know why this is bothering me so much that I can't remember this. What have I liked in the last 10 years? Nothing. You know, I haven't watched a movie probably, I don't know, in the last 5 years, I think I've watched 2 movies. And one of them was like, okay, I'm gonna watch Parasite. I'm gonna watch Parasite because I enjoyed Host, the movie Host, by the director of Parasite. But I didn't like Parasite that much. I thought it was just okay. I don't think it was worth breaking my movie virginity. But no, it's not the movie, The Host. It is just somebody referring to the host of a show as host. Which really sounds like a Space Ghost thing, right? Like that kind of sounds like a Space Ghost thing, but I don't think it was. Space Ghost is so good. The episode with Tom York and Bjork is one of the best things that's ever happened in the history of anything that has ever happened. I feel like I can't finish this stream now just because I'm so hung up on this. Somebody referring to another person as host. Yeah, that's it's like referring to the host of a show as host. Like to their face. Like, listen, host. Something like that. I just cannot. How good is Google on this? Something where a person refers to the host as host. We're never going to find this. This is not a thing we can find. I'm never going to find this in a million years. It's going to come to me. It's going to come to me in the middle of the night. We're never going to find this. Okay, anyway, let's quickly make this support stereo. How do we want to do that? Wait, that's not right. Okay, we'll just cram in 4 channels, because why not? And a sensible person would go through the trouble, possibly, to actually do this correctly, but I don't care that much. Okay, so it's one of those things that's kind of on the tip of my tongue. I don't have a perfect example. It's just like, I can't even picture it. In fact, if I could picture it, it would make it easier. But if it was like picture a talk show with the host is sitting in the chair or sitting at the desk, somebody's sitting at the chair, and they're like being a little bit antagonistic, and they refer to the host. They're like, "Listen, host," like rather than referring to them by their name. I really, and that doesn't even sound exactly right. I just can't think of what it is. Host. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the answer. So this would be this, comma, 0? Because I guess we're going to do left level and right level. Well, it should be level right, level left, right? Level right. Nope. Level left. It's in host. What is it? Okay, 0, 1. Meter left. And this is level left. Which is going to be the same. I do that correctly? Probably not. Hello? Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. What? Level is undefined. Where am I still using level? Right here. Great. We're doing very well. Where did I type level Lev left. I'm really doing pretty well typing everything incorrectly. It's a little bit impressive. Okay, well now we have stereo, which is, you know, basically meaningless here, but hey. Hello. Okay, and then what we kind of want is sort of like this isn't what we want, but just in theory. So, hello. Okay, well we have this fun little meter in the corner now. Oh. Hot dog. The issue is, we said all of these should be how big? These should actually be 25 divided by 2. Right? Well, let's just do this and make it easier. Oh. And the default height should be 0. And there we go. Hello. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know where to start with the Googling. So let's try this. Is this gonna work? Okay. Well, now we have this dumb thing on the stream, so... And somehow this is supposed to make me feel better about myself. So that... This is terrible. Whose idea was this? The scale is so weird, too. Okay, well, we should... what should we do? Make it better or just give up? These are kind of the two... Those are the two options I'm thinking. Hello? So this weird little meter in the corner? Is this what we do now? Corner meter? I would actually like to have a little padding between these. Can I like fill with padding? And then not have the border? It just feels like that's not going to work. No. Like, how can I have padding between... Oh, margin on the child instead. Okay, sure. Why not? Hello? That doesn't seem good. I want a very... Hello? That's a lot of padding. Hello? Because we still have the stupid border. Hello? Okay. Do I have to get this information? No, I don't. I definitely don't. Like, I can get it. I can see the stupid meter if I look at OBS. The problem is now there's been 3 times that Windows has ruined my life by messing Windows/OBS. I don't exactly know who to blame. By destroying, by just deciding to mess with my inputs, and then I'll start streaming, and then we'll stream for sometimes a very long time. Like last week, I think I streamed for 45 minutes or something, 30 or 45 minutes without any microphone input, and just didn't know until Space Canuck came, Astro Canuck came to tell me. Life is Yours got me yesterday doing the same thing, or 2 days ago. It's just so irritating. And so my solution, it's not really a solution, but here we are, is this dumb thing. That was, oh, look at those. Ooh. This is, and another thing that's so incredibly irritating on a list of incredibly irritating things is, let me do this. How's this? Hello, I just want a tiny little baby meter in the corner. Is that so much to ask? I think that's not too bad. There was a time where I had OBS for this particular input, this microphone, I had this set to default, and that would get broken pretty frequently. And I'd be like, okay, I guess that's on me because Windows is so stupid that it changes this. But when we did it yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever it was literally set to this and was getting no information until I opened this window and I clicked default and I clicked back and then it got it. So it's just dumb. It's just bad. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell me. I don't know what to tell anybody. What color do we want our meters to be? Oh, they could be my official color. That I always forget what color it is. Let's go with how about this for our meters? For our little baby meters. So I don't know what to do. this is just hopefully, so when I'm talking, I have a little weird visual thing in my eye. Oh, does it crash a lot? Oh, bummer. OBS is generally pretty reliable for me. I generally think OBS is pretty good software. I think this WebSocket thing is pretty cool. I actually don't really blame it for that input problem because I think just all handling of all devices on Windows is such trash that they probably can only do so much. It's still just extremely frustrating that it would be set to the correct input explicitly, and then I stream for however long with no input. It's just so dumb. Okay. And is that eye-catching enough? Is that too weird on stream? Is that really weird on the stream to have these in the corner? We just spent an hour and a half. Well, I mean, I didn't spend the whole thing. I spent most of the time trying to think of who says host. 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 I don't know the answer. I don't know. Okay, anyway, I think this is going to be, this is adequate for now, so I can at least like have a reminder in the corner that I should be talking. It's pretty weird that that's the first input. I wonder why it ends up being the first input. Because it's not the first input in anywhere. It's not the first input in advanced audio properties. It's not the first input in my sources. I guess it's maybe the first input in my source list that is outputting audio. So I'm gonna try something weird. Let's see. What if I do? No, that wouldn't work. Never mind. Never mind. Not gonna do it. Okay. Is this enough? I want it like a little bit wider. Just a little bit chunkier. Oh, some chunky boys. So what did we do? We gave these a margin. And that margin does apply there. So, whoa, what just happened to my bitrate? My bitrate just tanked. Why would my bitrate tank? I pay so much money for mediocre upload speed. Is the stream okay? Okay, if I switch to this, I have the stupid thing in the corner. Well, I kind of don't want it in that corner. Is it better over here? I don't know. I don't know where to put it. I don't like it in that corner on that screen. Nobody puts it in. Yeah, don't put it in the corner. Kyle, exactly. My little audio level, it doesn't look good there. I mean, we could stick it over there. What if we have it like childed to a source? I guess that actually is. Like, we could say, like, this BotMadeThis view could be any size we want in any place we want it. So, okay, let's try a couple things. Let's say that this is bottom right 0. Does that work? Does that actually do the thing? Well, except now it's like offset because it's that's a little annoying. I mean, I guess the really silly thing to do would just be reverse these. Cool. I don't know what to do, everybody. I don't even want to keep this thing. I just need a way to know that's like, hey. In fact, I need to like build a machine. That's what we really need here. We need a machine. A device that's just gonna like flash, will strobe in my eyes as I talk. How's that sound? I think that's what I actually need here. The problem is, I guess we could match by string to know which device is which. Hello. Well, now it's behind. It's behind me. Hello. Okay. Well, that's not very good. This is not very good. Oh, I gotta finish that chair one of these days. I ended up. Whatever. Excuses, excuses. Just make the chair. What? Oh yeah, is that the Kyle message? Okay, that's important. Keep that. Wait, where did BotMadeThis go? What? Transform. Edit, transform. I don't understand why I can't select this. Did I do something that says don't make this selectable? Order. Straight to the top. Well, you got everything you need in the console here. Don't you? It looks great, right? Don't you love this? Should I have just the webcam move around like the DVD thing? It's not a bad idea. It's not a good idea. It's not a bad idea. Oh, it has a lock button on it. I see. I don't think I knew that was a thing. Can I just do this? Just stick it up here like it's a little hat that I'm wearing? That didn't work at all. Do this. Do... oh no. Oh no. I must have something that's forcing aspect ratio. We make a very tiny little window here. A very tiny little... It's tiny little... So tiny. Well... But then it's hard to know. That makes my little BotMadeThis status indicator hard to see. We do at some point need to write some like weird OBS plugins, right? I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss now, people. I don't like it in that other corner. I also don't like it in this corner. So maybe I just hate it. Maybe I just don't like it. Hello. I mean, it's kind of funny. I'm sort of into it. On this screen, it doesn't look so bad over here. Probably shouldn't do that, refresh it so much, but whatever. Okay, so, I mean, this obviously looks horrible down there. But what are you gonna do? Nothing. What if I just move this over here just a little bit? What if this just comes right there? Does that fix everything? Does that solve all my problems? Unity? Unity crashed? You must have done something wrong. Why would Unity would never crash by itself? That doesn't even make any sense to me. It's like you're speaking a foreign language. Host? What is it? It's not, I don't think it's Master Shake, but it's almost like something Master Shake would say. Listen, host. Maybe it is from a Space Ghost episode. I mean, Space Ghost talked about being host of the show all the time. Wait, I have an important email. Maybe it's from Space Ghost. How was my shipment? It was great. Really enjoyed it. Does a boy say it? I don't think so. I don't think it's like if I like, I really can't visualize anything. It's just this word. It's the word host with kind of like an aggressive, confrontational energy. The thing that's baffling is there's so few things that I ever like, and I'm pretty sure it's from a thing that I like. But there's like 5 of those. There's like 5 things that I like. So hello. Okay. Well, we did a bad job of this, but I basically do a bad job of everything that is related to BotMadeThis and most of the things on the channel, so good job, I guess. We have a meter. That's enough for now. Okay. The thing we actually are supposed to do today, we got yesterday. Thanks for sticking through it. I kind of like the little meter, sort of. Hello. Axio likes the meter. Axio seal of approval. That's all that matters. Okay. So, I mean, one day I want to do one of the things. The reason nobody watches my channel is not because I'm boring and I work on boring things and I never know what I'm doing. Obviously, that's not the problem. Obviously, the problem is I need like more exciting borders and bells and whistles going on. So I think the meter is the first step towards just having more cat toys on the screen, basically. That's why people watch CNN. It's not because of the news. It's just because there's always like blinking lights and tickers and everything, so you can like, you just want to look at it. Like, if we just look at CNN, what's going on with CNN right now? Okay, this is boring. There's nothing fun going on. Can we see CNN live? It's happening right now. It's gonna make me watch a commercial.
With Volkswagen.
Now, it unmuted too. I had muted it, it unmuted it. Is that true? Is the world the problem? Everyone else is the problem, not me? I mean, I used to really think that, actually, honestly. I feel like in my early 20s, I definitely had a view that it was like, I mean, this is terrible. Okay, I'm really disappointed. I only want to see CNN if there's like blinking, flashing things, and animated, like little like crawl at the bottom and a sparkly logo. Like this almost actually looks like news. We can't look at this. I can't even look at this. So boring. Nothing animating at all. Host. Is it Space Ghost? This is why we need like really robust AI just to search for these kinds of like I need that AI from the movie Her, and I could be like, listen, Her, can you tell me a show where somebody refers to the host as host in a confrontational way? And then Scarlett Johansson would be like, yes, I can. Wasn't that Scarlett Johansson? Okay, so we wrote some unit tests yesterday. These were basically my first unit tests of all time, and they're incredible, and we passed all the tests. So that's great. So this is ready to push, except for the part where there's something I should actually probably do that I don't want to do. I just don't want to do it. Let's look at what it would take. I don't want to do it. Let me just say right now, don't want to do it. But the thing we should actually do, okay, the biggest issue right now is we added this user lookup thing, and if people actually use it, we might get rate limited because it's me that's doing the lookups, right? It's me, Scott, personally, that is doing these lookups here, right? And we're trying to cache the token, and we're trying to do all that business, but this token is my token, and that's not ideal. Ideally, it would be the token of the broadcaster, but that would mean we'd have to go through the stupid authentication process that would let the broadcaster authorize us to do the thing, right? Look at that meter in the corner. I kind of like the meter. What other dumb OBS stuff should we do? That is, I wonder if we can do that with through the OBS browser also, like, because there's that whole thing where the OBS browser source gives you JavaScript access. What info is available to the page? I thought there was like a fairly comprehensive, yeah, JS bindings. Event callbacks. Whoa, any custom event emitted via OBS WebSocket and vendor requests. What? I'm not saying we should do this, I'm just saying, you know, maybe. It'd be harder to write. Like we'd have to develop inside OBS, which would be a little boring. Okay, so here's the thing. If we wanted users, we want to use the users tokens. A user token or an ID token? What is the difference? What? So there's a user access token, an ID token, or an app access token. So for the API that we want, what is it? What do we want again? It's like get users. So it is an OAuth or app access token required. What does that mean? I guess that means a user access token because it's the only thing you can get from OAuth. So there's this OAuth implicit code flow, and there's an OAuth authorization code flow. Implicit. Okay. Send the user you want to authenticate to your registered redirect URL. An authorization page will ask them to sign up or log into Twitch. Allow them to choose whether or not to authorize your application. Right. So there's this thing. So this is the flow you'd normally expect. It would be kind of like, hey, if you want to use heat, that's fine. But if you want to use these certain features, you have to go follow this URL, click this thing. I believe if you do this one time, then we're good. Your unique token generated by your application, etc., etc., etc. Okay, whatever. So this would probably be the appropriate thing to do. The problem is it's just boring as all heck, right? So they would redirect to me. They get redirected to me with an access token. The access token is the URL fragment. It's in the URL fragment, not the query string, so it will not show up in the HTTP request to your server. Save that again? Oh yeah, I see. From the hash. The response includes the state parameter if it was present. Yeah, this thing. Okay. So that gives me a token, but is that only given to me one time? Like, this doesn't give me the ability to refresh. It doesn't, like, how do I know when this token expires? Okay, wait, what did you find? I don't know. Do I want to look at this? Interesting. Interesting. Mrs. Doubtfire. Okay. Okay. And your host. Okay. Well, minions. What is this website? It was obviously Will and Grace. What is this thing? I mean, it like I'm leaning towards it being from Space Ghost because he would always talk about being host, and you know, it's one of the few things I've ever liked in my life. So, okay, what do we got here? Whoa, weird. What is this thing? How do I,
And me, I'm Dick Jennings. And now, say hello to your favorite host and my boss, Jimmy Gator.
Great host, you say?
Hello, and good evening. I'm your host, Mike Michelson.
I'd like to have a few quiet words with your host.
Like a heavenly host angel.
this thing is pretty cool. Wait, that's it? What? I mean, that's pretty cool.
And me, I'm Dick Jennings.
Too bad it plays the same stuff every time.
And me, I'm Dick Jennings.
The problem is, if I had a phrase... What is this?
What is this, Gordon, your fortress?
What is this?
See, what is this?
Don't touch that.
Is this a point? Oh my god, what is this song?
It's pretty cool. That's freaking cool. Pretty cool. Blocked. If I could remember one more word, I mean, the problem is I only remember a
Millions
word.
of books, and you were television's first talk show host. Millions of books, and you were television's first talk show host.
Chips. I wonder who he's interviewing. Who could have been on Space Ghost that would have referred to him as host? There's the episode Dave Thomas took over as host. Space Ghost quit. And then when Dave Thomas was on... Is that true? Doesn't sound right. It doesn't feel... This side is awesome. That is super cool. It doesn't feel quite right. Okay, so the problem is, though, what do I do with only a token? So this is the implicit. And then the OAuth authorization flow, as opposed, so that's OAuth implicit, and then there's OAuth, the OAuth authorization code flow. With an authorization code. So I get that, and then I have to take that and hit another endpoint with it. And then I do this. What? And then I get this. And that's how I get a refresh token. So does implicit not give you... What? So this is the... What is this one? OAuth authorization gives me a refresh. OAuth client credentials. Excuse me. Gives me a refresh of nothing. So that's pretty weird. I don't really understand the difference between implicit and... Your app does not use a server. Oh, right. Yeah, this is just like to pass it through. Just to end up with it on the client side, and then you just store it client side. But then there's no way to refresh it, I guess, because there's no way to store it, right? But... Well, that's pretty weird, because that one thing there is no expire in, because you just... Oh, boy. Okay, so that means this is even more annoying. Even slightly more annoying. Because it's this, we'd have to do this flow, I think. This OAuth authorization code flow. Which means we have to send somebody, we have to say like, hey, you want to use this feature on Heat? Cool, buddy. Go here. Go here. And then if you go there, you get the little pop-up that says, what do you think? You want to give Heat access to your life? And they say, yes, of course. Then that will redirect to here, which is whatever I say, which is a new endpoint we'd have to create. That's like the, hey, buddy, cool endpoint. And then the hey, buddy, cool endpoint would... get this code. It would make this additional query. I don't know why you have to... This doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you have to post this? Why would you have to post this? Anyway, whatever. Then they return this. Then I have to store this somewhere forever. And anytime anybody uses one of those endpoints, I have to look and see if somebody is stored, if I have a token for a person. If I don't have a token for a person, I have to say, you're not allowed here. If I do have a token for a person, I then have to see if it's expired. If it is expired, I have to refresh it. And I have to store that. Oh boy. And then what? Oh, then I have to make the actual query. So by the time, you know, when this happened, it would be their token instead of my token. That all sounds as annoying as all heck. I don't want to do that right now. I think we just launch it like this. And then at a certain point, we're going to have trouble. We're going to have trouble with capital what? Capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So the thing we could do is have a separate worker called heat auth, and that would do all this crap, which we may want in the future, so that you can have like special heat features and whatever. And that would let us have like individual channel pieces of channel data, which we need in the future anyway, which probably goes into KV, which is hopefully secure. I don't really know how that is secured, but hopefully it's I mean, we could store it in there encrypted. Like, how's it stuff's... I said it, I'll say it again. Heck. What the heck? What in tarnation? How... But I wonder what the security is. I mean, it would be very... What would actually be in there? There would be the ability... Oh. I just don't like storing any kind of credentials. Yeah, good. You got to censor that, or you'll get caught by the moderation. I like literally 20% of my brain is just running a separate process trying to think of what host is from. And I'm going to be really disappointed when I think of what it is. It's going to turn out to be from something dumb that I don't even like, probably. Host. Okay. I don't know that much about how how security is handled, really, like in terms of KV. Like if I'm authenticated as me, like as my worker, I just have access to the specific KV namespace, I guess. Because it'd be one thing if somebody was able to compromise that in some way and they could mess with heat, that'd be one thing. If they could compromise it in some way and then have access to individual broadcasters' channel, like or those access keys for individual broadcasters, that would suck.
All right. I'll tell you the truth.
Does Twitch have any recommendations for this? User access tokens. Storing tokens within a cookie. Storing refresh tokens in secure long-term storage. So we store the refresh token. Interesting. That's interesting. Do the refresh tokens get updated? Access tokens have limited lifetimes. If your application needs access to a Google API beyond the lifetime of a single access token, can obtain a refresh token allows your application to obtain new access tokens. Save refresh tokens in long-term storage and continue to use them as long as they remain valid. Limits apply to the number of refresh tokens that are issued per client user compilation per user client. I see. So like the expiring old ones. Oh, I know what it is. I just know what it is. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't even think of this. I know what host is from. I cannot believe it took me this long to think of it. Okay, let me think of specifically which character it is. I cannot believe it took me this long to think of it. Good grief. I guess because I was thinking that it was a show. It's not. I mean, I would tell you, but it's actually, I'm sorry, it's patrons only information. Only patrons get to know what it is. Sorry? I'm sorry about that. Can we do like a, get one of these up here? Okay. Do you have a background on these? That doesn't look aligned at all. What happened? Patrons only. Alignment. Vertical center. Oh, that's not good. This doesn't look centered. I would not call this, would you call this centered? I would not call this centered in any way. Text transform. The vertical. Ooh. Okay, I kind of like that. That's... Why does it have this big... Is that the... It's like the text metrics? Is that like the descenders being weird? Custom text extents. Oh, I hate this. Oh boy. Nope. Can I do this thing? No. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Wait. Really? Wait. What? This isn't going as planned. Okay, be patient. This is a very important joke, and I want to be sure that I get it right. My joke isn't working. How do you do this? What is it? I want this centered in its little box. Can I not do this because it's accounting for descenders or something? Like we didn't have a text transform. This is ruining my joke. My joke is ruined. Vertical alignment center. This is a. Yes. Okay. If I crash OBS, I'll come back. I will. I mean, my joke is basically ruined, and I don't know what to do about it. What am I supposed to do? All I wanted to do was, like, censor myself. Hello? That wasn't even a good joke, and it took too long. That's what happened. It is from... The Best Show, and it's not which is a radio show, and now it's a podcast, and it is John Worster calling in and I don't know how I could forget this, referring to Tom Sharpling as host, but I'm having trouble remembering which Best Show, because it's been going on for 20 years, like which Worster character it is. Host. I want to say it's Big Bill, Little Bill. I wonder if there's Best Show transcripts. We're never going to find this. I want to say it is... Okay, can we find Big Bill, Little Bill? I mean, this is going to be ridiculous to try to actually find this. So this is it. This is Big Bill, Little Bill. It's going to work. Cannot believe it took me that long to think of... I was listening to the best show this morning, so how could it... How did it take me so long? I mean, admittedly, this one is from 2010. I think this is where... Okay, I'm not feeling very good about this. Is this player not going to work? That's not a good sign. Sorry, that's probably super loud. Sorry.
Hey, everybody.
How was that?
I like that, too.
There, like,
You said you went to Newbridge State.
yeah.
Which is the college.
No, not the college spanking. You can't spank me. Mother be upset with me for reprimanding you. You're my kid.
That's very confusing. Who just yelled? I'm sorry, Little Bill. I call you.
This is Little Bill.
Uh-huh. What name?
I think you know what you called me.
Well, I'm not going to fight a child.
What do you mean?
Okay, I can't... I'm not going to be able to find... I'm not going to be able to find the exact moment, but this is what it is from. I'm sure Worcester has done that on other calls.
Thing about Aerosmith, it made me think you were older because you're going on members off the box.
Yeah, but no, it was Mr. Sherbert.
Oh, so Little Bill's being odd also.
No, I'm Little Bill. I sang it to Big Bill. Jeez, I don't know how much more of you I can take.
Oh, you're right, guys.
Yeah.
I
I wasn't talking to you, host.
Okay.
I'm talking to Little.
I was talking to you, host. Anyway, throughout, he calls him host. This is a masterpiece. This is of several decades of the best show. This is maybe my favorite Sharpling and Worcester call. This right here. This is a true treasure. It is a true gem. I'm gonna throw it in the Discord chat just because it's a triumph. It's special. Okay. Anyway, I feel slightly better now. Now I need to go just listen to the entirety of Big Bill, Little Bill. Okay, so I think the short answer and the long answer and the medium-sized answer is I don't want to do this, and I'm not going to do it. Right? So then the thing we need to do, just to test... Does our Hello World do the... Oh boy. Which one of these does... It's names. Okay. Okay, that's an anonymous click. If I open the rig, there's Axio. Very good. So here's the thing. If I go in here, where does this get the names? Get user by ID. It awaits it and then draws it. So the thing we would then need to do is temporarily change this to whatever that thing is. Heat API.dev. Wait, heat.workers.dev. What is it? There's so much trouble for such... How could I not think of the best show? It's because I threw myself off thinking that it was a visual medium. The best show is also obviously on my list of short things that I like. Okay, so if this was set to heat API dev, we would hope that it would work. That's anonymous. Wait, the Twitch developer rig's broken? What happened? Did it just auto update or something? What just happened? Extension views, run front end, refresh all views, click. Heat-API-dev. Oh, well, we'd have to connect to do that up here too, huh? Right? Why didn't this reconnect? That's not the Heat API server. What? What happened? Is this from running the... What happened? Oh shoot, it really? Okay, the Twitch developer rig runs on 8080, which is pretty annoying. And where are you running? How is that possible? This is running. Okay, something's wrong. What happened? Why would that be true? This connection worked. Oh, is this not a... No, that works. What did I do wrong? J38. That's the problem. Okay. So you're happy. Run the front end here. This is really stupid that this the been blocked by CORS policy. Requests have failed. Access to fetch. What? Access control allow headers. Request header field client ID. What? What? Stupid problem. Client ID is not allowed. What are you talking about? Oh, we don't have, because we don't need this anymore. That was Twitch required stuff. We don't need that. Get out of here. Okay. I don't, why, how come the, I don't understand this at all. That's really weird. Is that the stupid Twitch front end thing can kill my, doesn't make much sense. Maybe I should just do this explicitly. Okay, I get unknown. However, which is different than anonymous. If we edit this context and we say what? We get to delete it and make a new context. So let's create a new context, and this one will be, it is a logged in viewer. So I get unverified. That's pretty weird. Why am I getting all these 404s? Okay, that's a logged in viewer, but not shared. That's fine. And then delete view, create new view, and this time will be logged out viewer, shared identity. Matisse, how you doing? What I'm slightly terrified by the selection of emojis. It is going okay. I added a voice meter to the corner of my video now, just so because stupid OBS and/or Windows likes to not use the right input sometimes. So now I have visual confirmation that OBS can hear me. Hello. Thank you. It's an okay idea. I wish I didn't have to do it, but I've had multiple times now where my mic is gone and I don't realize it. So whatever. Now at least I have a thing. I have like a little cat toy in the corner that will help remind me. And then now we're about to launch the new version of Heat, but it's not quite as, or actually the new version of the Heat backend. The front end is going to stay the same. Yeah, never muted. Maybe. Could it be an extension? I guess it could be. There's not many. I feel like there's not many like totally broadcast only extensions, but it could be. $10 million per seat. So, okay, we were just about to try. This is a logged in viewer with shared identity. So this should give a name. I'm getting 404s. Why am I getting 404s from this? Why would that be true? Is that because, like, is that actually correct? Is there just not a, no, I should get developer rig. So the query should be Heat API workers dev slash user, not users, user. Okay. My fault. That was my fault. Okay, that's developer rig user. That seems okay. I really don't want to have to do this, but... And I you know, there's going to be a day where this comes back to bite me. I'm almost certain of it, but what are you going to do? Shared identity as me. Okay, cool. Kyle or Axio or Matisse, would you mind clicking? Give me a couple clicks. Let's see if I get you. I didn't get you. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, give me 1 second. I need to switch this back to... Heat API J38. Sorry. Now let's try. So that was me being anonymous. All right, there's Matisse. Good. Thank you. There's Kyle. So many Kyles. Kyle, your name just looks good on screen. I don't know what it is. There's just something about it. It's like the it's good shape. When I was very young in high school, I had this painting program that I got, and it was called, weird name. It was called Fauve, like the Fauvist art movement, Fauve Matisse. But I didn't know what that meant or how to say it, because I was from Texas. I'm 17 years old and I was from Texas, so I thought it was called Fauve Matisse. I wonder if that still exists. Fauve Matisse software. Does this still exist? That'd be amazing if this still existed. I'm kind of say it probably doesn't. Okay, that was the software. Oh, really? So X-Res became Fireworks. That's interesting. So that got... And X-Res. But Matisse was cool, actually. I think it was like way ahead of its time. Like the closest thing I can compare it to is Adobe Fresco, which just came out a few years ago. I think it was, yeah, it was pretty ahead of its time for like smeary paint. Get out of here. Wow, Matisse first commercial application to use the concept of layers in computer graphics editing. That was before Photoshop. I liked it. It was cool. I probably had a pirated copy in 1994. Oh, maybe I had this, actually. I probably did get it with like a magazine, so I might have had Matisse Light. So Macromedia bought and killed Matisse, and then Adobe bought and killed Macromedia, and now here we are in this terrible future where we have nothing good. We just have Adobe. It's a sad story. Okay, so this... Interesting. Adobe fandom. This is an Adobe fan wiki. Oh, really? That's cool. I mean, is it Henri Matisse? Is it spelled the same? Henri Matisse? I think that's the normal spelling, right? Yeah. I like Matisse. Best Matisse painting. I mean, it was really interesting, especially when we got older, and I think he was sort of older and infirm, if I remember correctly. He was like still in the hospital doing these paper cuts later in life. What's my favorite Matisse painting? I feel like this is the go-to. Like if you're just gonna say like the default Matisse painting, if you're just gonna name a Matisse painting. I like this portrait maybe more though. I do like the paper cuts from later though. I feel like this is another one. I can't remember what it's called. I forget all these names. It's just dance. I don't know. All these things that I knew for art history class. Maybe this might be my favorite, actually. Terrifying, slightly terrifying, but good. Who was the person that like actually just had naked women do their prints, like print their bodies in blue ink? Maybe that was like an homage to this. Let's see. Am I gonna go to prison if I show this? It was like some artist, you know, those were... Gosh, who was it? There was basically an artist that just was like painting women blue, and then they would just smash up against the canvas. Am I remembering this wrong? No, it's Yves Klein. Yeah, so he was just like, let's just get you painted up. Let's paint you blue. Am I gonna get into trouble from Twitch for showing this? It's art history. This is art history. If I get in trouble for art history, I don't even know what to tell you. She's wearing paint also, by the way. Fully covered. Which these were much later. I guess, I don't know. In my mind, there's like a lineage from those Matisse. That Matisse blue figure woman to those. Should I? Should I sphere? Actually, I had a friend. I wonder if I still have it. Well, I'd definitely get in trouble for showing that. Who was a print artist who did some interesting prints. You know. Actually, my friend Chris Owens, the world famous Chris Owens of the band Girls, did a series. Gosh, I don't have it here. It's in Texas. I should get that. It's like the one piece of art I own that I like. That's like original art. I mean, whatever. I have things that friends have made that I like, of course. But I mean, as like, oh, this is a framed piece of art. It's in Amarillo, Texas. In fact, the print by Matt is also. So I don't even think I can't show you anything lewd on Discord. But Chris Owens did this thing where he was taking porn and then like tracing the like contours, the negative spaces basically, and then doing screen prints of those, and they looked like landscapes, but it'd actually be like a negative space in someone's crotch. But I have one somewhere, but I think it's in Amarillo, Texas, my home sweet home. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Everything that I got is just what I got on. Wait, how come I can connect to Heat with an insecure WebSocket? That doesn't seem like a thing I should be able to do. I mean, nothing that goes over that pipe is of a security concern at this point, but that's still pretty weird. Okay, so we need to swap this out. API, non-JavaScript. Okay, how do I deploy all this stuff without breaking everything? I wonder if any of that stuff is up. Before Chris Owens became a world's famous musician, gosh, he did some incredible paintings too when we were... I'll find any Chris Owens. I don't know if I'll find any of his artwork. Too many people named Chris Owens, we're never going to find it. Christopher Owens. I actually haven't talked to Chris in a couple years. I don't know what he's been up to for the last couple years. I thought he was starting a gallery in San Francisco. I mean, the stuff I'm thinking of is stuff he did in Amarillo, so I think it wouldn't be... He did some really cool... Oh, Sivo. He had actually some incredible paintings that he did. I don't know. I don't know if I have pictures of those things. It's a bummer. Back before everyone just had a camera in their pockets at all times. Well, I hope he's well. Hope he's well. So, how do we do this without breaking everything? So we have to first deploy... I mean, there's kind of no way around it, right? We got to just push it. We got to push the new version of Heat. We got to just do it. Got to just do it. Don't be chicken. Who's talking to me? Oh, Slack. Oh, really? David's presenting at GDC? I wonder why. Well, that's exciting news. I didn't remember that GDC was even happening. I'd already been to GDC. Now David's going to present. He's always got to show me up. Okay, what did we actually change here? We changed just this URL. So that's going to be fine. So are we ready to do this? I think we do it. Are we going to do it? Let's do it. So let's check the heat status. Excuse me. We didn't actually finish this, did we? So these are people that are online and using heat. We didn't do all the work to like figure out like if they're actively using it. It's not very good. It's not very good at the moment. I'm working on it because eventually I have to figure out, because the weird thing is, which I guess I understand, is like there's plenty of people that for some reason they like use heat and then they leave the browser source up, but then they like aren't actually using it or don't even have the extension in use, which means they end up connected. So if we look at the raw connections, there's probably even more. And one day I'll make like we'll make a nice status page. I just need to pull that. Wait, what just happened to me? Oh, that was Kyle. It was Kyle. Okay. Oh, that was interesting. Okay. No, that was an interesting thing to do. It just startled me. I forgot that the video police were going and that I had a cop in the channel. So this status shows the raw connections. So the problem is that plenty of these people may not actually even be using heat right this minute. They're just the people these are the people connected to the WebSocket service. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, so this will show you, it will try at least, but it doesn't necessarily, I can't remember if I'm filtering here. Basically, there's, what's going on up there? Is that person actually heating? Heating with heat? Kind of dangerous that Kyle just has total control of my life. That is a cool Bart Simpson mug, though. Check out that Bart Simpson mug. It's like eating Bart's brains. Weird. Okay, I need to show like viewers and all this stuff. One day, we'll do that one day. Today? Will we do it today? I don't know. Probably not. Okay, is he actually using heat at the moment? See, sometimes people have heat on, but then they're not actually doing anything with it. I wonder why that is. I mean, maybe they just try it and then they forget. I mean, so what's weird though is that means he's definitely got it on and he definitely has a WebSocket connection. So he must have like a browser source still up and running. Because there's like three scenarios basically. One is you're connected to the WebSocket service, but you aren't. Okay, you're either connected to the WebSocket service, yes or no. You have the extension active, yes or no, and then you have some experience up in OBS, yes or no. And so there's any combination of those three things can be true. And actually there's a fourth one, are you live or not? Because you could be like connected to the WebSocket service and have the extension, but you're not actually live. And so anyway, that list is supposed to just be the live channels. So I think what I try to do is like, I don't know, we started on it, we didn't finish it. But the idea was like to try to figure out people who are live and have heat active and are connected to the WebSocket service. Those are the three things we actually care about. Yeah, so unfortunately, as it currently stands, it's very possible to be like taking up space, taking up a slot on the WebSocket service without even being live or not even having the extension. So what I started to add, and we just have to actually write it one day. But the idea would be to kick anybody that hasn't had any input for an hour, like they're just kind of sitting there and no one's doing anything, and kick anybody, basically anybody that isn't live after an hour. Connected to Twitch, I mean there. Like if you're not live. So, I must have not put that filtering in that thing yet. Because it's a little annoying. And it's not like I want to... And to be clear, I'm not kicking them to keep them out necessarily, though. Although eventually maybe I'd want to try to do that. But I'm kicking them because of the way heat scales up and scales down. Sometimes you can end up with like multiple replicas because you scale up a whole bunch. And then somebody ends up like basically camping on one of the nodes that scales up, one of the replicas that scales up, and then everything can scale down, but that node has to stay live basically just because one person's on it. And that costs more money. And so, yeah, the idea would be to kick you and then you'd reconnect, and then hopefully you'd connect to like a tighter pool, I guess. But we have lots of maintenance and cleaning stuff to do. Go live and offline. You can, but then that means like I have to watch events for individual users of Heat, you know? Like, I don't really want to do that. It would just be like I'd have a maintenance script that ran every 10 minutes or something. Because otherwise, like, I have to do bookkeeping of, which I'm going to have to do at some point. But ideally, I don't have to do any real-time bookkeeping. One, because Twitch's pub sub stuff sucks. And I can't even remember with the new API what it takes access-wise to get go live, not live. I think you can get that with just an app token, that you don't need a user token. Not 100% sure. Okay, I think we're ready to push this. I'm gonna do it. Are we just gonna break Heat? Why isn't normal Heat working? Uh-oh. Did I already break Heat? When's the next rendered senseless, JP? It'll be, if I break it this way, it's fine. I can fix it. You know, we just can't. If we break it the way where the extension breaks and we have to resubmit, that's the nightmare. You don't know. Wait, how did all your dev streams go? Are you still doing your dev streams? Did you make it through them? Did you survive? Okay, so we need to... wait, I made a README just for this. Heat workers. Don't worry, Binary made me make a README. So it's a Wrangler publish in the production. So this is going to kick off anybody using Heat, but they should reconnect immediately. Should probably do this at 4 a.m. or something, but I'm not gonna do it while I'm streaming, so it's easier for me to test. Okay, so now when we connect, this says 2.1.1. When we connect, we should get 2.2.0. Uh-oh. Oh, that's fine. Okay, we got 2.2.0. That's good news. Infinite work. That's how it goes. Sometimes you just have to work for all eternity for the rest of your life. Does this mean it's working? Could I get some clicks from the chat? If you wouldn't mind, please. What are anonymouses and unknowns? Uh-oh. Okay, this looks bad. Why is that broken? 500 errors. Okay. Good. Very good. Well, Heat works. The new endpoint is broken. Why is the new endpoint broken? I know why. Wait, I know why. I know why. It's actually thought I did this. Okay. That was weird. The production server needs the client ID set for this new endpoint. So Heat is working, it's just that new endpoint is broken. So it is Wrangler secret put client ID. Wrong. Wrangler secret put client ID secret, which is not really secret, is that. And then in production, make sure we also put it here. The client secret and the secret we hopefully already have, right? Like, is there any scenario where I don't have the client secret set? That would seem... I don't even remember if that was a thing we used before. So if we do secret list, we don't have the client secret. So I do need to put the client, enter the client secret, which actually is a secret. So let's maybe try not to show that for once. Okie dokie, close that. Well, that's not what I meant to do, but oh well. And close this and go here. Need version 2.2.0. Maybe that worked. Did it work? I don't know. Okay, that seems less broken, maybe. Let's try Twitch developer rig. It's Kyle. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think it worked. That's good news. It should have cached that though. Hopefully it... Well, rendered senseless clicked. I don't know if that was a real person. Okay. I appreciate those clicks. Thank you for the help. Life is yours. Wait a second. Okay. This checks out. Life is yours is only active late at night, so this is... It's not even 2 a.m. I don't understand why we had to look you up twice, though. Doesn't that seem weird? Why did we get multiple... I kind of like this overlay. Just go with it. Let's just go with this overlay for a minute. We never use this one. Less kisses, more names. Oh wait, it's going to be broken. I think. Okay, wait. Okay, so we need to actually push this now. Because it seems like it works. So let's triple, quadruple, quintuple, super duper check all of the endpoints on heat. So just hitting the status page. Oops, Heat API. So we want one replica. So all these people reconnected immediately, so that's probably good. Do the same thing again. The insecure WebSocket connection is pretty weird. I don't shouldn't do that. Okay, and this will be the exact same. Come on, buddy. Come on. Okay. No, come on. Can you just get the... Okay. And it would appear that's 220. A bit of latency there. But that seems to be me, so that's good. This is the user lookup, which hopefully nobody uses. And it seems to work. And this is just the home page, which should only return the word welcome. Welcome. Okay. I feel like Heat's good. I think we deployed the new backend. And I think we're okay. And then the thing that's missing then is the front end update. which all it was so we're ditching the direct Twitch backend call. Okay, which is not good, and I just mark my words, write it down in your calendar. I will regret this decision, and this will come back to bite. I just want to say it right now. This is going to come back to bite me. Future me, I apologize to you. You can't blame me entirely. It's really Twitch's fault. Okay, just wanted to say that. Because I'm going to be annoyed one day. One day I'm going to be like, oh, why did I do this? And we know why. Okay, so that's pushed. So now, if we go to real life, heat.j38.net/names, we're connected to Heat 220. And we got so many clicks. So that seems good. If it is actually hitting the endpoint that I want it to hit. That's funny. That's channel. No, that didn't update. That's still the old one. Why isn't that updating? Do I need to go reset? This is still the old version, so I probably have to go reset the Cloudflare cache, provided let's make sure I actually pushed that correctly. Did I? No, I didn't push it. I didn't push the change. Cool. Okay, still the old version. I still might have to do that. Go kill the Cloudflare cache. Let's do that. Login. I don't remember how to do it. Can't you put it in developer mode or something? Temporary bypass or cache. See changes in real time. Turns off all caching. Okay. Still doesn't seem right. So what am I forgetting here? We should be switched to this. This is what we just pushed. It is in the master branch. It is fully pushed. We should be ditching... What am I forgetting? You're seeing doubles because there's the actual heat overlay. Like, in the scene, like that one is actually in OBS, and then there's the one that's just the one to test on the desktop. In the window on the desktop. So it will look doubled up. Is this... Okay, that's now updated, so that's good. So now we should be looking at the updated real deal. What if I turn on caching? What happens? But now is it cached locally? Okay, that looks like this is the actual proper call. Again, I will regret this. I will rue this day, you might say. So now we can do a localhost 8080 for names. And... Okay, we got Matisse. That seems good. And if we inspect this, just quintuple check. Yes, that was a call to me. So that seems all good. So now let's... heat.j38/names. And if we look here... No! It went to the... What? Oh man. Okay, I turned off. Oh, we're still getting the Cloudflare cache. I thought we were good, so I disabled it, which was obviously not the thing to do. Oh boy. Okay, go here. Go here. Turn on development mode. Does it turn this off eventually? I thought it used to like automatically do it and say, hey, turn off development mode after 2 hours or something. Anyway. Okay. Now we know we're looking at the real deal. The real deal. The real deal. It's the real deal. Where's the stupid rig? Rig. And my rig should be set. Is this authenticated user? Oh no, that's still going to the wrong place. Shucks. Okay, let's do this. Let's drop this in here. So that's fine. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, and then we need to fix one thing over... I have so many repositories for this project. We got to swap this back to... here, right? And then now I can reload my front end. That was not yet. Oh, Matisse, thanks for joining the Discord. I appreciate that. A message to me. What's up? Then I was gonna open rig. It'd be nice to automate some of these tests, but man, whew, what a pain. Especially because some of them you can't automate. Like, I don't know, that's kind of a weird one. Like, some of these I feel like you can't really automate with like local mock services. Like you kind of... Okay, I think this is working. You kind of need some of them to really do the deal. So that's our endpoint using the user lookup. What a pain, but we are now decoupled from the V5 API, at least for Heat. And I'm definitely going to regret it. I'm going to regret this. Gonna regret it. But, oh well. I mean, it was previously connected to me. I just don't think it was rate limited before, but oh well. Okay, so the things we should actually do. What should we actually do? I don't know. Look at that volume meter, though. It's pretty cute. It's so cute. What are you doing over there, little buddy? You can't even see the desktop audio. Wait, it's like, we square it? It just doesn't... Or should we squirt it? Squirt it? Okay, so... I think we did well, everybody. I think we did it. Proud of you. Proud of everybody here today. Axio, Matisse, kind of Kyle. A little proud of Kyle. Life is Yours, who's clicking things but not talking, which is really suspicious. JP, of course. What? Why is Life is Yours like lurk clicking? Click lurking. That's what Ben does. Like in Ben mode. It's weird. Ooh, creep. Weird little side eyes. The beautiful gradient doesn't look as good without the purple background, I gotta say. The purple background really makes that blue gradient look better. Okay. I think that might be it for today. I feel like I should go eat some food. So what do we actually need to do? We want a proper status page one day. Maybe we'll just make an endpoint called Heat Status. I just don't really know. I don't know how to do that, you know? Like, because we have to hit all these other Twitch endpoints. In fact, you know what? I bet our status page is going to be effed because we're probably using v5. Is that true? Or did we do something? This status page, does this status page use v5? I forgot we used that little view. There's this thing. Have you heard of this, Life Pictures? This view petite? What a cute name. What? It's such a cute name. Petite view. It's a little baby. It's like a little baby view. But it's for renders on the server side, so I don't want that. But it's kind of cool. It's cute. Console.log is never enough. Does it have to be server side? Why did my voice just do that? Why did my voice just do that? I think it's because I've been watching those EEV blog videos. Just to mainly, I mean, they're very educational. He's a very talented engineer, but mainly I just want to hear the insane Australian slang he uses. Basically, once an episode. Yeah, I don't actually know. I don't actually know exactly what you get with Petite View. I didn't look at it closely. I just think it's a cute name, almost like Tiny Unity. You tiny. Those EEV blog videos. He just sometimes uses the craziest slang. And I don't know what to say about it. So I made this little status page. So what does it do, though? Oh, no. Well. So. Sorry. So the status page. Hey, Matisse, the status page you were excited about is going to be dead in a couple days. Well, that's sad. That's a sad story. Yeah, well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. They love breaking stuff. They've been breaking so many things. It's like they just wanted to start out 2022 with just, let's just break every single thing, which, hey, I get it. Which I don't mind. Like, I actually like that. If you compare the Microsoft way of doing things, which is try to support every legacy thing for all of eternity until all of your software is just this giant pile of garbage, versus the Apple way, which is like, no, we're straight up going to change this to the bone, then good grief. Oh, this freaking guy. Okay, I'll complain in a minute. The Apple way, where they're like, hey, we're going to change our CPU architecture. F you. We're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. When they do it, I feel like they at least give like a good off-ramp. And like a totally decent compatibility layer. Like Rosetta 2 is pretty impressive. So they're like moving into the future, but they've got like a good, relatively good off-ramp for the people who just can't get there. And I realize this is a different context. Web API is like a different thing, but I'm on the one hand, I'm kind of impressed with them for doing like ripping off the Band-Aid, but they could have like gently removed the Band-Aid, I guess, right? This guy, are you serious? This is literally not, I don't know, what are we going to do here? I ordered some tools. I don't even say the name of this place. So I don't know. This bites me sometimes. Well, I'm like, Amazon is terrible. I'm very entangled with Amazon, obviously, like so many of us are. I'm trying to like slowly disentangle, and one of the ways I'm trying to do that is to say like, hey, if I'm going to buy something, is there another place to buy it? And sometimes that's fine, and sometimes it's great. Sometimes you think you're buying directly from somebody, you get an Amazon box anyway. Whatever. Just trying. And so I've had some very good experiences with that in some cases like totally great, good experience, good shipping experience, good everything. KC Tool, great, very good. This particular company, ordered February 24th, heard basically nothing for 10 days. And then I was like, hey, I ordered some stuff. Are you going to send it? And they were like, well, I'm out of this one part of the order. And it turned out the one part of the order was just like a random item I just added to like, it's a long story, but I wanted to bump the order just a little more past a certain dollar amount. So I just added one little item. I didn't really need it, want it, whatever. I just added this one little item. I think it was like $12. And then it turned out that was the thing holding up the whole order. And I was like, oh, well, it would have been good to know that this insignificant thing that I didn't even care about was holding up my entire order. Would you mind canceling that and then just mailing me my order immediately, please? This was last week on Monday. And the response from the guy was okay. Very professional. Okay. And then nothing at all. And then, so I gave him another week. And then, yes, Monday was a holiday. So I was like, all right, I'm going to like cut him some slack, whatever. It's holiday. And then nothing yesterday. And then today I was thinking like, okay, I'm going to give him till Friday. And then if nothing happens, I'm just going to like ask for a refund, cancel the order. So I just got notification that the order did ship, which is good. It's only part of the order. It's 4 of the 5 items, including one of the things being the thing I didn't even want that much, but he apparently waited till today to get it to send it. But the main thing that I actually wanted from the order that was important, that said at the time when I ordered it, usually ships in 1 day, which I assumed meant he had it in stock. Spoiler, he didn't. He apparently didn't. So now that just says to be shipped with no indication, like, when is it going to be shipped? I don't know. Never, ever. And it's whatever. It's fine. Whatever. Your order is marked partially shipped. So oh boy. And just to be clear, sorry, I'm just distracted by how annoyingly frustrating this is. I mean, yeah, the thing that's a special, like just extra special annoying is like basically most of the order, it's not fully, but much of the order was like accessories for one specific thing. That's the main thing I wanted. And that is the thing that is not shipped. So I'm going to have like all the accessories, but not the actual thing I wanted, but oh well. Anyway, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's going to be fine. David says, yeah, so David's going to talk about visitations at GDC next month. That's pretty cool. I'm going to be building some new stuff for visitations. Maybe I'll build it on stream. Some backend stuff. Okay, anyway. I had to take a moment and complain because it's important that I spend at least 20% of any given stream that I spend 20% of the time complaining. And I hadn't complained enough yet today. So I just wanted to be sure that I hit my quota. What are we going to do about this? I mean, do we squirt it? Is that the problem here? I don't think that's quite... If we just take the square root... We're already taking the square root of it. I don't know. I mean, I just hate everything. It's not... I try to have a good attitude about it. There's like 5 things that I like. Which reminds me, Lent is starting soon, and it's always good if you only like 5 things in all of life to take an opportunity during Lent to just cut one of those out, just to like really. But you know what? Actually, forget all that. I'm in a good mood today because of this. Let's see how it's going. Let's just do a little check-in. That's amazing. They're not amazing. This is amazing. One, just the notion that a PC game has a 95 it's astounding. One, that it has a 95, knowing that it does have some issues. It definitely has some performance issues. Can you look at like all-time PC high scores? Yeah, what's all-time? I mean, this is deserved. That is a Disco Elysium is a. I haven't even played the Final Cut. That reminds me, I need to do that. That game was a masterpiece even before the Final Cut, so that's great. That's deserved. I'll say sure. Can I squirt the squirt? Do I need to double squirt it? I need to just like actually figure out. I mean, my computer. This computer's okay. I have another computer in a box back there with a 2070 in it, but a 2070 is not that different from a 2080. Really? Like in real world performance, it does have the first gen RTX stuff, but at the moment, Elden Ring, I think at launch, does not have any RTX in it anyway. I don't think. I mean, this is yeah. I'll go with a lot of these. So this is crazy. I mean, this is hard. I mean, Portal 2 is one of the greatest games ever made. So is Portal. Elden Ring is higher than Skyrim right now, which is ludicrous. There's no way it can be that good. Or can it? What's that other site? The like Open Critic? Is that what it's called? That's wild. I remember when Demon's Souls came out. I didn't even play it. I wasn't even playing games at the time. Corey got it. The world famous Corey Schmitz, Boy Genius, got it. And I remember him playing it, and he was just like, I don't know. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he was sort of like, this game, I don't know what this is. I don't know. Like, I don't know that he even got past the first area. Maybe he did beat it eventually. I don't remember. But just like, we were just like, so what even is this? And then Dark Souls came out, and then Dark Souls became a thing. Like people realized, like, oh, this is great. I wonder what's the worst review. What's the lowest score? Wait, that can't be right. The lowest score is 4 out of 5. Lowest to highest score. 8 out of 10. I mean, I'm up for it. Even the open world part. I've deliberately kind of not been. I didn't even touch Horizon. I didn't even think about it. Even with the Cyberpunk new patch, I just didn't want to play anything even in the ballpark of this game. I haven't played like a big open world game for some time. I don't remember what the last one was. So anyway, okay, I'm definitely excited about that. Sometimes I hear banging in my building and I think someone's knocking at my door. Someone knocking at my chamber door. Can you do RMS to DB? How do you do this? I don't know enough about all of these different measurements. You know, a decibel is 1/10 of a bell. Everybody knows that. It's a ratio of 2 power, so you need you need like a ratio. So what is the other number? Someone is rapping at my chamber door. decibel relative to full scale. Peak program meter. Is that what that first little dude is? Because the problem right now is the RMS is very linear. And that's why the desktop audio little dude is barely moving at all. So there's the peak and hold. So the PPM, that's the main thing that's lighting up. Peak volume. The PML. I mean, I'm not looking for anything super exact. I just want a like you'd almost expect. I don't know though. Like what was the thing in here? Ooh, peak, whatever wherever the volume was, is it's here. You almost expect like a utility in here that would do the conversion. Input volume callback. Process magnitude. That's what we decided is the RMS, right? There's one thing. Is that all right? Decibel? Decibel? How do you spell it? Really? There's nothing related to decibels in here? I don't believe you. Line dB field. The source line changed. How come these things were not coming up in my search? To use wildcards or something? Because there's a set volume. Use decibel here. OBS source get volume versus OBS mul to dB. What does that mean? What is mul to, what does it mean? It kind of sounds like the thing I want though, possibly, maybe? Where are you defined? Never gonna find it. Just want to know what the thing. What is that? What are you? What are you? Okay, is it in here? What's this thing? Is the full source for OBS Studio available? Is that a thing or no? Okay. Wait, where? What? Where? Killing me. Where's that? We're never gonna find anything. Okay. Def times def times def times def? What? This thing. Audio math. Multi-dB. Is this what we want? Okay. So let's just, I'm just curious. Just curious. If we just steal this exact thing and do this other exact thing. And went here. And went, did what? This? Oh no, what are you buying? Are you buying something insane from AliExpress? I mean, that's sure cheap. I mean, okay. Me, I don't want to tell you how to live your life. I don't think I'd want something. I don't think I want like a 15 watt device from China that was not UL certified. I mean, of course, Amazon's covered in them, and this is probably what's inside them, right? I mean, it's real freaking cheap. It's real cheap. You just might burn your house down. I guess you're not going to burn your house down, right? You're not going to burn your house down. Probably. I mean, the real answer is it's a couple bucks, so why not? When it burns your house down. Well, it has to be USB-C, right? Because you couldn't pull... You couldn't get... I guess you could get 15 watts from... It would have to be a 3 amp, 5 volt power supply to get 15 watts from USB, normal USB. But this is... can do 9 volts, even 12 volts. So then it's lower current, or like it's whatever, then it's 1.1 or whatever amps to get to the 15 watt. What is this? Cool. They come with the batteries. I mean, I don't know. Be nice if it was certified, but it's probably literally the same components that's in half the things on Amazon, right? Yeah, get it. You should get it. I think you should get it. This capacitor? That looks great. What are you talking about? It's a beautiful capacitor. Just don't put your tongue on it. What does it say? Let's say 100 volts. That can't be right. Is that a tiny 100 volt capacitor? What does that say? I mean, all these customers say it's fine. Well received. Loves it. Loves it. Loves it. Every single person in Russia loves it. German loves it. So it is a very tiny 100 volt capacitor. I mean, don't touch that. Everybody in Russia loves it. Poland as well. Is 15? Does your phone support 15 watt? Don't people want 20 watt now? Isn't that the new jam? I don't even know what people do anymore. Just curious if we like, oops. Like here's the $8 one. Like, are any of these safe? There's one from Added Fruit for 15 bucks, so maybe you would assume that one is safe. You're my personal electrician. I don't know. I got one. There was a crazy deal for these $5 AT&T ones, so I just... It was ridiculous. I think I paid $3 for mine. They're not the latest and greatest. Oh, I do kind of want this, though. Where's Binary? I need Binary to tell me about this. This is the unmanaged one. It has power over Ethernet, so then I could hook up my access points without needing to also run power. I only have one. I said access points. I only have one. What is the... These were crazy, because I got 3 of them for $10, so they were basically $3 each. They're only 10 watt, though, not 15. And they're not very good. But did your Switch have PoE Plus, Matisse? Because this one has PoE Plus. Also, I feel like I want to get TP-Link stuff just because I've built like a TP-Link ecosystem. But there's a newer version than this. This is the V2 and the V3. Yeah, well, I mean, this still has power cable for sure. It just will spit out power. So, like, the Switch itself, I'm sure, is powered, but these 4 ports can provide up to, I think, 65 watts total. But there is, I don't know. I kind of want... I don't know if this one supports, like, link aggregation and stuff. I just need to look it up and see. It's a pretty good deal, I feel like. What is the word for that? Lag? I feel like there's multiple names for it, and I don't know what they are. I don't really need link aggregation. I just want it because my NAS supports it. You have one PoE port. Like, I don't need this at this point, but when I have a house, I would maybe like to just have one little switch that had multiple access points plugged into it and powered. Maybe. But I'm not in a big hurry. Because right now it's just this ridiculous thing up here. Don't look at this. It's embarrassing. But there's just up there. It's doing its job. Okay, so anyway... You could get... So is this one less terrifying? Is that what's going on? $30. So if you want one that won't kill you, this one doesn't even have a giant terrifying capacitor. I think the 15 watt, I guess 15 watts are the ones that are pretty rare at this point. I mean, it's going to say it can do 15 watts. Who knows what it can really do? I guess you can test it. These 500 milliamp ones are cheap. This one's kind of cool. Oh, this is a receiver module? Wait, does this mean you can just turn anything into a... We'll just put this on your existing phone. And then you'll be great. That's kind of cool. So this is their transmitter. It's costly. Charging module. Okay, but that's just to like turn your... Look at all these modules to turn your... Well, they don't have any. You could turn your non-key phone into a key phone. But this is the transmitter. So $30. Is it UL certified? I don't see UL on there anywhere. But I generally Adafruit doesn't want to kill you, I feel like. Oh, it's only 5 watts. It's not good enough to kill you. I mean, the 15 watt one, that's pretty cool. It's that capacitor, I agree, is a little scary. I mean, you're my personal electrician. Is that going to kill you? I don't think it's going to kill you. Could get really hot. Like putting it under your mouse pad might be weird. A weird choice. JP, thanks for hanging out. I think I'm done anyway. If JP's, I'm not gonna stream. If there's no JP, I'm not gonna stream. I only stream for JP, so stream's over. It's like the party's over. What is the point? I mean, we did the thing we meant to do. We launched the new heat. We put a little volume meter in the corner over here, right here. Okay. JP's the main character, and as we know, as soon as he leaves, everything just ceases to exist anyway, so there's kind of no point to... The new heat features? The only new feature is that in the Heat JavaScript library, previously... In the Heat's JavaScript library, there's this thing that would do the user ID lookup, which I think you're doing, but you're doing that separately. So I think you're doing that yourself. And so I just added a custom wrapper for this so I didn't have to use v5 anymore, which is a bad idea, and it will come back to bite me. But it means anybody using this library, that user lookup will work. So I think you're all good. Hopefully I didn't break anything with actual normal real life heat. Anonymous. What do we call that new thing? Bomb? This really should be the ball pit. We haven't played in the ball pit for a while. Which is sad because the ball magnet is the coolest thing I've ever made in my life. If broken, you'll bother me. Okay. If it breaks this, if something in this realm breaks, it's easy for me to fix. It's just if it breaks like at the extension level, we're just screwed. But this will be good. Okay, you're out. I'm also out. Thanks everybody for stopping by. We had so many visitors today. Axio, Matisse, JP, Life is Yours, Kyle, probably someone I'm forgetting, and I'm sorry if I forgot you. I mean, I said Axio and Kyle, so who else even matters? Just kidding. I'm glad you had a good time. I had a good time too. Thanks for stopping by, and these balls are covering up my name. Maybe I shouldn't stop the stream. Maybe I should just say, like, Just wait till I gradually drown in ball pit balls. You know what this is starting to remind me of? Is Pistol Pete's Pizza. I don't think Pistol Pete's Pizza had a ball pit. I think that Pistol Pete's Pizza had, they definitely had skee ball, because my mom won one of my prized possessions, a stuffed panda bear. My mom won, I said my mom won one of my prized possessions, which was a stuffed panda bear, playing skee ball at Pistol Pete's Pizza. And I just want to say thanks, Mom, because that really meant a lot to me. You know, she was a very good bowler, and she was able to use her her bowling skills to play skee ball, which is, you know, that's a good adaptation of something seems like it's breaking. Why is it getting weighed down? What's happening? Wait, why are the balls at the bottom getting so squished? Oh, are you injecting balls from the bottom? What if I do this? It would appear my colliders are smaller than the sprites. Hi. I like that moment where it's like, hey, that can be the, we'll make that the thumbnail for the stupid thing. Okay, anyway, I'm done. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you next time. Love you, goodbye.